Describe with me with as much detail as possible symptoms that you're feeling with a disturbance with your mood, behavior, and thoughts.
Well, there have really been four things. I've noticed she'll randomly copy movements of others. Like if you noticed when you were gesticulating before, she did, like I'm doing now, she copied me. Some coworkers have told me during work, like if one of her employees is unloading boxes, she'll also unload boxes, but she won't actually be holding a box.
So
she'll just be making movements. She also tends to be and assume weird positions. For example, she was found sitting cross-legged in an aisle with her arms up in the air, which is a bit odd. In addition, she also doesn't seem to follow instructions that well. Since she's the store manager, she answers to the store coordinator in the area. But the few instructions that she gets from her, she doesn't do at all. She used to be so excited and like stimulated by the activity in the store, but now, like when a customer comes in, she doesn't immediately welcome them, or if there's an empty aisle, she doesn't do anything about that. It's just like nothing happens.
Right. Okay. Now, Rose, can you please tell me when you first began to notice these symptoms that you just described to me?
Well, her husband said that he began to notice the symptoms about 6 or 7 months ago.
Right.
He remembers because 4 months ago there was a death in the family.
Okay.
And 2 months prior, he remembers witnessing her changing behaviors.
Okay. Was there anything that happened to you, any trauma, any sort of anything aside from the childhood trauma that happened right before this disturbance in your life?
Her life before these disturbances was normal. There was, of course, all the stress.
Right.
She was not diagnosed with anything before then. Only recently have we met with her doctor.
Right. And referred you to me.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Early on, you described her daily life. Now that you have this disturbance going on, how is your daily life being affected? What has changed? Are you still doing the same things you used to do?
She used to be very good at what she did, being a store manager, but now she can't function whether it's work or her personal life. My wife, her aunt, has helped her significantly in helping the children out and making sure they get what they need.
How many children are there?
3.
So can you describe to me what things make you feel worse?
She just doesn't like to do anything anymore. That's really it. Too much stimulation only makes her shut down more. The only reason why she's been able to attend this session with you is just because it's a very mellow environment. Okay.
Well, Tom and Rose, after reviewing the answers and evaluating them, I think I've come to the conclusion that Rose has catatonic schizophrenia. Now, Rose, catatonic schizophrenia is a disorder that creates a rather severe disturbance in one's life. In your case, work has been impacted in such a way that you're no longer able to successfully hold an interview, attend meetings, or work productively in the office. Your life circumstances, work, family, financial support, have all been a part of the stressful circumstances under which you have had to function, which has all been a cause to this disorder. At home, you are experiencing difficulties getting involved in family time activities, relating with others without exhibiting some kind of bizarre behavior which you've been doing several times during the session. Other symptoms you're experiencing is tendency to mimic others' movements. You have done so various times throughout this session, or just move my hands, which is interesting and called echopraxia. Your behaviors, thoughts, and moods have shown that you're experiencing a subtype of schizophrenia called catatonic schizophrenia, as I've just been referencing. Now, catatonic schizophrenia is characterized by extreme cynicism, which is resistance to any activity, often staring off, remaining rigid in one position, as she's been doing for this whole time, and prominent mannerisms that fetch you in this category. Because all the disturbances that you're experiencing are primarily your movements, you're experiencing catatonic schizophrenia, which targets mainly unusual behavior that impacts your daily life. So this is obviously very odd, and it's primarily in catatonic schizophrenia that this happens. Also, the trauma you experienced in your childhood, malnutrition while in the womb, could have been a significant portion of the cause of schizophrenia. So in order to treat this disorder, there's not much we can do except for take medication weekly. And Tom, I'm going to ask you to help her husband make sure she takes his medications daily, and that she comes in for weekly therapy sessions. So this medication will be injected into your veins, okay, Rose? And it will serve as a fast-acting medicine that will relieve her catatonic symptoms quickly. So once she's taking the medicine, hopefully she'll be able to move a little more and speak, but there's no guarantees. So you'll be coming in for therapy sessions, and we'll try doing that weekly to keep up with her and see if we can try to talk to her and see what's going on. So our session is ended, Rose. Thank you so much for coming, Tom, and I'll give you this prescription for this medicine, and thank you for coming. So thank you very much, Rose. That was very helpful for you to come. I really do hope you feel better. Thank you, Tom.
No problem.